I can't work like this.
What matters more, the NBA or NFL
So
preseason?
the Rangers picking up freaking, what's his name?
The cokehead Jared Stahl.
Jared Stoll, Coke Boy.
Aaron Andrews' boyfriend.
Yeah.
Blocked me on Twitter.
You
He
have
blocked
a
him on
very
Twitter, too?
impressive list of Twitter blockers.
Dude, this is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Takes
impressive.
talent.
Thank you.
Who are the biggest names you've been blocked on Twitter?
I'm gonna say Schefter,
Shefty,
uh,
Matthew Berry,
Barry,
Strahan.
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith, Strahan.
Will Braun block you yet?
No.
No way, way too big.
You don't read that shit. Richard Sherman.
Richard Sherman. Got blocked by Sherman.
Yeah.
Epic.
Turtle.
Turtle from Entourage. It's an impressive
Aaron,
list.
Aaron Andrews. I don't know if you guys remember Carissa Thompson from Sports Nation.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's really hot. I think LaDainian Thompson actually just blocked me too.
LaDainian Tomlinson blocked you.
Because I said,
Oh, because you told him to change his name to Twitter into LT.
yes, it's just a fucking respect. There's only one LT.
That's awesome. Welcome back to Big Dogs Gotta Eat Fantasy Football. Today we are going to get into a little preseason action as week 1 wraps up. Is it week 1? I feel like preseason they do something
Well,
weird.
although they had the Hall of Fame games.
Is that like that counts as week 1?
Yeah, they play 5 games actually. The teams
Those,
playing
the
the whole
Vikings and the
Yeah.
Steelers playing.
Right.
Because
Okay.
they played 2 already now.
So technically week 2 wraps up. The first game.
1B.
The first 1B. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so 1B wrapped up. We're just going to go over some of the winners and losers in terms of fantasy football. Who moved up, draft boards, who moved down, things to look out for, and of that nature. We haven't received any gifts from our sponsors in a while, so we are sponsorless for the moment. If anyone wants to pick up, shoot us an email.
Ongoing negotiations with Funyuns and Monsters.
Got you covered.
Yes, right now.
Got you covered.
We have ongoing negotiations with Funyuns and Monster. Chick-fil-A is also trying to get on the board.
What?
Yeah, dude, they just emailed
Stop it.
me. I swear.
Consensus #1 fast food in America year in, year out.
Disagree.
Check
He
it.
would be giving you that information.
Yes.
He would be.
You heard it here first. Okay.
Sure.
So let's get started. Obviously, the man we've been preaching all preseason, Amir Abdullah, absolutely cut up the Jets. I believe he had 7 carries for 67 yards. Something like that, yeah. But
40-something yard
scored.
carry, right?
yeah, he broke off a nice 45-yard run. He is the real deal. The one thing you can really get from preseason games is just, the eye test. You get to see guys finally out of training camp. You hear all the reports and shit like that, but you finally get to see him play, and you're like, okay, Abdullah's, he's got his quick first step. He's going to be good in the league. So Abdullah, he's not a sleeper anymore, obviously.
And he carved up a very good Jets defense.
Yes, the Jets defense is no joke. That was the first team that he went against. So I don't know. I see him flying up draft boards now. It's almost to the point where his ADP is valuing in all the upside that he kind of has. What do you see out of Abdullah? Or where would you be comfortable taking him?
Well, what's his ADP now? It's
His ADP, if you go by FFC, which is like the money leagues, that's 40.
It's at 40.
It's at 40. So that's a
I was gonna say around like 45, so that sounds about right.
45. Okay.
Nah.
Do you think that's a little early still?
I do. I don't like that. I don't like it.
Why?
I liked him.
From what I saw,
liked him
I'm going
before.
from the eye test.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, he's going to be a legit factor in the offense. The
And
thing
Joy Bell, I don't trust him.
I don't trust him either, but he's been a reliant goal line back there. You know what I mean? So when he comes back, it's not like he's not going to get those goal line carries. Abdullah's a great PPR play. Obviously, he's going to catch a shitload of balls, and he's going to get carries clearly because he's a very good runner. I don't think I'd reach up to 40 at the moment. I think 45 to 50 is more of a solid range for him. But I mean, his ADP is only going up from here.
Yeah, I'd snag him no later.
Later.
No earlier than 5 for myself.
Round 5. Okay.
Burn a fifth round around.
Yeah, so that's like 40 to 50 range. That's all right. We want to touch on a couple offenses here. I mean, first of all, we had the Pittsburgh offense. We saw Le'Veon Bell look good, so still a top 3 pick, no matter which way you look at it, regardless of the 2-game suspension. Big Ben and Martavis Bryant were absolutely on point. Hit him for a 40-plus yard bomb touchdown. You're going to see a ton of that this year.
Antonio Bryant was like a beast on
Who?
that screen.
Antonio
Antonio
Brown.
Brown.
I don't think that was that game. That was last year.
What?
That thing I tagged you on Instagram?
Oh, that wasn't this year?
No.
Damn it.
That was last year.
Why are you tagging me shit from last year?
Because I just started following him and he put it up on his Instagram. I just want to let you know
God damn it.
what I did to you on
Well,
last
still,
year.
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown goes without saying.
Yeah. So you want to get a piece
You said two.
of the Steelers' offense this year in fantasy, whether it's Martavis Bryant, whether it's Bell, Big Ben, Antonio Brown, all great options at their respective positions. Martavis Bryant's ADP is probably going to shoot up a little bit after that catch.
I am a huge fan of Brian.
Yeah, I
I
think.
hope he fumbles the next 3 balls he catches.
What?
So his ADP goes down.
That's not nice how that works.
Yes, it is. Well, if it goes up for him catching a touchdown, it should, in theory, go down for fumbling football.
Okay. I think.
Yeah, you're fine.
I think at this point, I'd be comfortable taking Bryant in the 7th round. So maybe even less, somewhere from the 55 to 65 range. I think is comfortable for him. If you want to reach up, I have no problem with that because I think him and Brown can both. I think Brown could be his wide receiver 1. I think Bryant could easily end up as a wide receiver 2 in fantasy.
You got to figure all the coverage is going to go to Brown too, so Bryant's going to get plenty.
That
of
offense is going to be wide open this year. It's going to be budget crazy.
Camino's hold forward.
Let's touch on the Eagles' offense. They looked fucking dynamite, like usual. They put up 36 points, but as for the starters, Aguilar scored a touchdown. Jordan Matthews would have had 70, 80-plus yards with a touchdown if fucking Sanchez didn't overthrow him. What else is new?
What else is new?
Sanchez looked terrible, but if Bradford's in there playing healthy, throws are going to be a lot more accurate. The receivers are going to have plenty more catches. That's another offense you want a piece of, whether it's Bradford, Aguilar, Jordan Matthews,
Just forget somebody else scored a touchdown that game.
Tebow. What do you think about Tebow, George? Fantasy relevance.
First round.
Very relevant. I'd go first round.
ADP 4.
ADP
That's the last time I checked.
Excellent.
Number 4.
That offense is going to be scary.
Dynamite. Next, an offense that's being very undervalued right now in fantasy, the Cincinnati Bengals. Dalton, make no mistake about it, he was horrible last year. But, I mean, he played without A.J. Green, he played without Tyler Eifert, he played without Marvin Jones, who caught 10 touchdowns in 2013. I mean, he's playing without his 3 best pass catchers. That's probably going to happen to most quarterbacks. He threw it 100 less times than he did the year before that. I mean, his fantasy points are obviously going to go down, but all those guys are returning healthy. You got to think he's going to have a bounce back year. You and me were discussing this before. I love Eifert this year. I think he could go.
So do I.
I think he could be a top 6 to top 8 fantasy tight end. He's a guy that you can get in like the 12th, 13th round.
All my mock drafts, I've been getting 12, 13.
Exactly. AJ Green. I think AJ Green like rounds out that like elite group of receivers, and you can get him into the late 2nd, even early 3rd round in some drafts. So I think he's a steal there because he was top 4 fantasy wide receiver for the years prior to last year before he was like injury riddled and things like that.
I mean, him and Dalton have great chemistry too. It's just he was hurt all last year.
Exactly.
Couldn't do anything. Yeah. This year all the reports are he's healthy, ready to go. He's gonna have another big year.
Yeah, that offense is being criminally underdrafted in fantasy.
Except Jeremy Hill. Seen him going like the first round.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jeremy Hill could easily be an RB1. He was like RB3 or 5 or something over the last half of the last season. Even when Gio came back, he's still averaging 20, 25 touches a game. So it's not crazy to think he's going to do that again, if not more. So I think that offense just has so many dynamics to it. There's so many good players there, so many pieces that you could work with.
Losers.
Let's get to losers. Losers, a.k.a. the frauds.
Freaking frauds.
First fraud I want to bring up, it's a guy we've mentioned on the channel before, Melvin Gordon. I mean, I love him as a runner. I think he's a fun guy to watch. But just the fact that he ended up in San Diego, we saw him get vultured of a third down goal line rush from Danny Woodhead, took it in to the end zone. I think we're going to see that a lot this year, to be honest with you. 3rd down, goal line, pass catching situations. Gordon's going to be out of the game. Either Woodhead or Oliver's going to be in there. Oliver looked good too. I don't think he's really going to play a huge impact, but he's definitely a viable backup to Gordon if they want to take him out of the game for rest or any of those kind of issues. Early down work is going to go to Gordon. Remains to be seen what's going to happen, on the 1-2 yard line, but
Wasn't a good first sign.
no, it wasn't a good first sign. Definitely a fraud. for the
Never
first
like
week.
people getting blocked.
No, don't. Where are you comfortable taking Gordon? In our league, you have the 30-31 pick. Like, we're 10-team league. We're in a 10-team league.
30-31.
He's got the 10 pick overall, so he gets a 10-11, 30-31. Would you be comfortable taking Melvin Gordon in that 30-31 flip?
No.
No.
I think there's better talent.
I agree with you there. I think maybe prior to this week, I would have, because I didn't really know how the goal line situation was going to work. I had my skeptical.
He's there at 50-50 one.
Yeah, there's no way he gets there.
No
but
way he gets there.
I'm at 38 in our draft, so he could fall to me. I'm guessing he's going to fall in that 30 to 38 range. But it's kind of a scary situation.
Yeah, I didn't trust the whole goal line thing. But then again, it was the first week, so
Yeah, I mean it's preseason
you
one.
got a lot to look at.
These are little things that you can take from everyone says like preseason bullshit. There's no reason to watch it, but there's little things you could take away. For instance, like that, you could see what kind of schemes and what kind of players are going to be playing in certain situations. You could take that away.
Watch next week, Melvin Gordon get 40 goal line touches.
Well, yeah, just look for that.
Check it out.
Those little
Exactly.
nuances. If it keeps happening, then it'll definitely
Yeah, those
scare
things you
you
got to
off.
pick up on that do
Red
have
flag.
fantasy relevance.
Red flag.
What do you guys think about fucking Philip Rivers' contract? $65 million guaranteed.
Paid.
How old is he?
He's
35?
34.
How old is Eli? Same age, right?
Yeah, about 34, 35.
Rivers just got a fat contract.
Yeah, I
65
can't. When you tell me how much
mil.
money I was,
I remember we were talking about that.
Oh,
after
Double
the
those
game.
high Fridays, baby.
He's only 33 actually.
Oh, really?
I guess he's kind of. I mean, quarterbacks. I feel like it's like
What is it,
around
5-year
their
deal?
prime.
5-year deal?
I think it was
It was
four
four.
for like 85, 65 guaranteed.
It's not weird. I mean,
It's not ridiculous, but for some, he's not like he's ever accomplished anything great.
Yeah.
It's just
Like Eli said, he wants to be the
solid.
highest paid. Whatever. Okay. He's franchise quarterback.
You could say
He's not
he's
going to
won
get
2
any better.
Super
He's won
Bowls.
2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You got to pay him.
The
I
fact
don't
that
think we
we're-
should pay him.
Well, then you're number one.
Why?
They're gonna pay him. They're just they might not do it this year. They might just fucking wait.
It's a
Franchise tag
franchise
him next
tag,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. That's the crazy. Who else we got? We got anyone else on the losers
Shit,
bandwagon?
don't look at George's list.
What are you talking about?
Don't look at mine.
Jonas Gray?
I didn't
Fraud.
I guess we could talk about the Packers offense. I mean, no one on there is a loser, obviously, but we saw Devontae Adams mix in with the first team a whole lot. They do a ton of 3 wide receiver sets. He led the team in targets. He had 7 targets with Aaron Rodgers under quarterback. It's crazy. He had 19 attempts. He played like
He played the whole.
He played a lot. Because he was like, when he's one of those like, he's like the wide receiver number 3 or 4, and when they're in their wide sets, and
Yeah.
then when they put the second unit in, he's the number 1.
yeah.
So
exactly.
he probably played in both.
Yeah.
Both
But I'm
rounds.
saying Rodgers.
No, yeah,
Rodgers
no, he
played like
played-
deep into the second quarter.
Yeah.
He almost played the whole
They
first
ran a
half.
lot of plays, right?
Yeah, they did. Interesting. Randall Cobb said after the game, he was like, we ran 33 plays in the first quarter, which is like crazy because Green Bay was one of the slowest offenses in the league last year. Philly, for perspective, Philly ran the most plays in the league per game. It was like 70, around there. Packers ran 33 in just the first quarter in this preseason game. So they're doing a no-huddle, up-tempo offense, which is a huge uptick for basically everyone in the offense. So even if Devontae Adams takes away a chunk of Nelson's, takes away a chunk of Cobb's targets, it's like that offense is going to be up-tempo.
There's going to be plenty of room for it.
Yeah, even watching Eddie Lacy run the first few balls, those holes were
Massive.
huge. Like,
Making me rethink my first.
yeah, first overall pick, you got to rethink it now. I'm at 3, and I don't know. I'm hoping someone good.
I'm active.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
But basically, yeah, like the way that offense runs, I don't think
Give me my 2 wide receivers. Call it that.
I don't think Eddie Lacy at number 1 is a bad pick at all. I think he can go number 1, 2, 3, any of those, and he's well warranted.
You're definitely safe with those 2 wide receivers. Jordy looked good after the hip surgery.
Did it look good? Dunn did.
Yeah, yeah. As for Jordy, he played with the first team. He ran fine. He was catching balls. He
The fact that he even played shows that he's healthy because they're not going to play anybody who's banged up even a little bit. In the first
Yeah,
week of preseason.
yeah, exactly.
That was a great sign.
Yeah, so Jordy, for all the, we talked about on the channel a lot, he's 30 years old, he's coming off the hip surgery. It's cause for concern, but clearly he's healthy, ready to
You
go.
know who else
He
came
looked
off
ready to roll.
hip- you know who else came off hip surgery?
Who?
Alex Rodriguez. The GOAT.
True.
He's
Alex
also 3 for
Rodriguez.
16, in a terrible
Yeah.
slump. So.
It's alright.
And he plays baseball.
Plays ball.
We're talking football.
Who else we have anything to say about it? Any quick notes?
Biggest loser of the day.
If you dare say Jonas Gray, I'm furious.
Alright, never mind.
Jonas Gray, 7 for 74 and a touchdown. LeGarrette Blount will be out the first week, so it's clear that Jonas Gray is probably going to be a starter there. I think he's a good pickup if you draft someone like Le'Veon Bell.
You know,
and
filler.
You need a filler. Jonas Gray could,
He's a good filler.
yeah, he's a good filler for the first week in that Patriots
Hey.
offense. They're against the Steelers, are not a good run defense, so
It's like playing fucking Russian with Batman now.
yeah,
It's
it
like he
is.
could go and score 4 touchdowns. They go, no, even play next week.
Yeah, but Blunt will be out. They don't have Shane Vereen anymore, so it's between him and Brandon
Oh,
Bolton,
that's
and clearly
There's no, what's his name? Who's the guy that was there? Who's the other guy?
Ridley.
Steve Ridley?
no,
He's
he's
gone.
on the Jets now.
On the Jets.
The Jets?
Yeah,
Who's the Jets?
yeah, the Jets.
Suck it.